What is going on, Eagles Nation? Happy Thursday from the new nest out west. Stephen Hellmann here, Tom Aresco, and we're in our apartment. We're getting internet in a few hours, so that's when this video will be uploaded. So we're sorry for the inconsistencies because we've been all over the place for the past 2 weeks. It's been tough. It's been a whirlwind. We drove all the way out to California. We were staying at a friend's house for the first week. We just got to this new apartment on Tuesday, so we're trying to shuffle everything out. We're trying to move. We set up a nice little. Actually, this was all Tom set up the decor here. It was very nice. A new set.
Yep, we got a new set, so we're happy to be broadcasting. Just looking forward to training camp Thursday, Throwback Thursday.
Yeah,
Donovan gonna have jersey on.
Donovan.
We got some jerseys here,
Yeah.
The hat.
About that Doug life.
About that Doug life.
So that's what it's all about right now.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So we're gonna dive through these BirdBuzz questions. We got some good ones. So first one, it comes from John Savage. He asked, "Do you think that the Eagles are capable of finishing #1 in the East?"
Yeah, I do. The NFC East is pretty weak division. It's a fight for basically a wild card spot, because the team's not going to get one of those top 2 seeds.
Yeah,
so
you're
not going to see a first round bye out of the NFC East.
No, not at all.
But I mean, one of those teams will go to the playoffs, and I think that it's up for grabs. And I think the Eagles they have just as good a chance as nabbing that spot as anyone, because every team has questions, and every team's uncertain so far. So we'll see what happens going forward.
Yeah, I think a lot's riding on Tony Romo if he can stay healthy, and I don't think the Redskins are. I think the last year's a little bit of a fluke for them. So we'll see what happens, but it'll be interesting to see. Next question at Hayden P59 asks, "Is Jordan Hicks gonna have a bounce back? Is gonna bounce back this year?"
Yeah, I mean, if he can stay healthy, that's really the key. He's a really good player. We saw that. He was absolutely just all over the place as far as getting fumbles forced, fumbles recovered, interceptions, just big plays, and we really missed that dynamic when he left our defense. So we'll see if he can stay healthy, and that's really the key. It's been his key his whole career. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we were able to get him. He fell to the 3rd round because of the injuries, and he got injured on a really fluke play. I mean, first of all, Cole Beasley just went off in Week 9 against us, against the Cowboys, but grabbing his shoulder and just kind of getting turned around and tore spectora. So while his injury issues, that was a very bizarre play that it did happen on.
Yeah,
so it's just a weird thing how it worked out. And Cole Beasley, because we couldn't stop Cole Beasley, which is another issue right there. But next question at Justin Bradley 13 asks, "Do you think that Bradford has changed player mentality wise with him taking some of the players to San Diego?" So Bradford, if you guys don't know, a bunch of the players are out in San Diego right now. Just working on some of the receivers, and all the quarterbacks are there, so they're working on their chemistry and timing,
including Carson Wentz. Yeah.
Carson Wentz,
and I think that's the biggest key when you're talking about that, is his leadership role.
Yeah.
He not only, whether he wants to do it or not, he's doing it. He's including these other quarterbacks. Chase Daniel's a really good piece for Bradford to have around him. He's a quarterback that never really found a spot, and he's probably telling Sam, "Look, man, at least you got a shot at getting a spot. You're gonna be somewhere. Someone's gonna make you their starter if you can play well here. So just do it and do what you can." And this younger guy, he's gonna have his chance, just like you had when you were a top first pick in the draft. So I think Chase Daniel's been a really good mentor to Sam Bradford, and I think even though they're only a couple years apart, Sam Bradford has also been a good mentor to Wentz, and as has Chase Daniel. So I think the Eagles really set themselves up with a couple leaders at the quarterback position, and you can see that happening right now.
Yeah, I think it's a great situation. I think Bradford's just doing what he has. This is what he has to do. He's just being a good professional about it. I'm sure this is not that most ideal situation for him, but he's going to put his best foot forward and make the best of that situation. Because, like you said, he does well here. He's definitely getting his starter job somewhere, and they'll probably give him a long-term deal eventually.
Yeah, so he'll end up getting a better deal than he's had if he can prove to stay healthy and play well here.
Yeah.
I don't know which team will be out there looking for him. The quarterback landscape changes every year, but you can bet that this is his tryout season, and it's probably the biggest season of his career to this point.
Yeah, definitely.
Next question at Nate.Dorley asked, by the end of the year, who will be our starting running back?
I think it'll still be Ryan Mathews. I think he'll probably miss a couple games throughout the season, but hopefully come back strong. And he's gonna be, if he can get kind of hot and get rolling, he can be a good running back to have down the stretch of a season. Because he'll miss a few games and then he'll come back and end the season. And get hot and pop a couple big runs and big games. And we got a lot of division games at the end of the year, so
we're definitely gonna need him down the stretch. And you know, when he was on the field for us last year, he did very well. So we'll see what happens. Next question at Black Cloud asks, do we still need a number 1 wide receiver?
Yeah, I'd say we need someone to step up. But we need to see what we have in Aguilar, Huff. You know, Ruben Randall's going to be in the mix. Chris Gibbons is going to be in the mix. Jordan Mathews obviously coming back as the best receiver. So if you can get, you know, some of these guys to start developing, emerging, using them in different ways, you can disguise the fact that you don't have a premier guy, but hopefully eventually either someone develops into the premier guy or you go get a premier guy. So we'll see what happens. I do think Jordan Mathews could be one of those guys that just masters the slot his whole career, like a Colston, and can move around to the outside because he's big enough. And you know, if you saw that picture of them paddleboarding and
he's looking huge, looking jacked. I'll throw the picture up on the screen. Good, my goodness.
he got pretty big, and I think he can just be one of the. He can be your real. Him and Zach Ertz can be kind of like you're controlling the middle of the field, but now you need to get a guy that can stretch the field, that can make plays, get over the defense, and hopefully Huff and Aguilar can do something. Be some type of, whether or not they're the number 1 type guys. Obviously Huff's not. Aguilar probably won't be either, but we gotta just use all our receivers to the strengths they have for now.
Exactly. And I think that's what a Doug Peterson, Andy Reid offense does. So it should be a good situation for him. At Ty Romero asks, Detroit just released linebacker Stephen Tulloch. Do we make a run at him?
Kind of like what E-Rock said on Twitter. He said he's a 31-year-old linebacker coming off a couple injuries. Let him go waste Dallas's time. They're really desperate for a linebacker right now. They don't have a strong front seven. They just lost Orlando McClain. Maybe they give him a shot. And he's just, I don't know. He said he's a 2-down linebacker, so that's what stinks is that he's a good run stopper, but he can't run anymore. So you can't put him out there on 3rd down. He's going to get burnt by a tight end and look like D'Amico Ryan's part 2. So.
It would probably be the same thing. So
Schwartz is familiar with him, but it's probably not worth our time.
Next question at Tim Wack asks, biggest competition in the NFC East.
With Romo healthy, it's got to be Dallas, but the Redskins are scary just because they have our number. I think the Giants even are out for blood this year. I think all the teams have a dynamic to where.
I think anyone could win the division.
That's really what we were going through the win-loss. Maybe we should post a video on that.
We can get through that.
What we did the other day.
We'll do that.
We're going through win-loss of the schedule, just a quick browse over, and it really is like a 1 to 2 game division. Whichever team wins their couple big games on their schedule, it's like they win the division.
And we tapered our expectations for the Eagles this year. Last year we were a little drinking that Kool-Aid a little bit with
we did the game-by-game breakdown. We got to do that thing again.
Absolutely.
Get another shot at it.
But I do think anyone can win. I think the biggest competition is the Redskins. I think Romo's going to get hurt again, and their defense is just atrocious this year. But they do seem to rally around behind Romo, but I just don't think he'll make it. I don't think he's going to make it.
He's going to get hit, and it's going to be bad news because he's really
I think it's just too many.
Too many injuries, just bottling up.
He's not in that great a shape either.
He's like a bigger, kind of oafy guy, but he's got like an escapability, but his athleticism's going. He's 36 years old, so he's trying to do those spin moves and his back's giving out.
Next question at TOP _WP215 asking, if you were walking through the tunnel before a game, what would be going through your mind?
With this Eagles team, I'd be pretty confident in my troops. I'd be pretty excited. I'd be pretty jacked up about the opportunity to see what this defense can really do.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of know what the offense is. They got to rely on their execution and their chemistry and their timing, and they're very game managing offense. They can methodically move the ball, things like that. If everything will go right.
Yeah.
Guys catch the ball. Quarterback's putting it on the right spot. So you kind of know what you have there. But the defense, I think, has just potential out of the wazoo.
I think his defense is going to surprise a lot of people. I think everyone thinks they're going to be good, but I think they're going to be great.
I think locally we think they're going to be good, but a lot of people look at last year's numbers and they were 28th against the pass, 31st against the run, and I think that's unbelievable for how good talent. That's called bad coaching right there, because of how good this talent is. You need to find a way to get production out of this defense, and I think that's what Schwartz is going to prove. I think he's going to get a lot of production out of a lot of guys that Chip Kelly refused to try to get production out of, such as Vinny Curry. Just simply switching the scheme. Benny Logan and Fletcher Cox are going to be even better than they were, and they already were the saviors of that defense. So I think that you're going to see a completely different defense. Those numbers are not telling what they're going to be this year, I don't think. And it's really based on health with a lot of guys, and that's what's scary, but kind of how it is for every team. So you kind of have to just take those risks. But the corners are the weak group of the defense. But I think you can overcome that.
Last question. At FUD83 asks, what's the stat line for Cox and Hicks?
Cox, I'd say in the 70s in tackles, about 16 sacks. I'm gonna go with 16 sacks.
16 sacks.
Cox.
I can see it.
16 sacks, and I'm gonna say he'll get a fumble recovery and a forced fumble, at least one of each. At least. And Jordan Hicks, if he can stay healthy, he'll be 80s to 90s in tackles. At least 2 fumbles forced, 2 fumbles recovered, and at least 3 interceptions.
Interception? I like it all.
And a couple sacks.
And I'm going to tack on a touchdown for Jordan Hicks as well.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
No, I mean, thanks for the questions, guys. Like we said, we're in the nest out west now. We got everything set up. We're getting the internet in a few hours, so we're excited, and we'll have this video out to you today, obviously. But thanks for joining us, and we will see you on Monday for the weekly chirp, and we will do that video where we kind of break down the win-losses, all the games and stuff like that. That will come out. So we will see you guys next time.